He's football crazy, he's football mad. That football had just taken away the little bit of sense he had. And it would take a dozen servants to wash his clothes and scrub, since Paul became a member of that terrible football club.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Football Crazy podcast. I am your host Geoffrey Gibson, and on this episode I am going to be previewing this year's edition of Soccer Aid, between England and the rest of the world. So let's not waste any more time and get on with it. Since Soccer Aid began in 2006, England have won it 5 times and the rest of the world have won it 4. England won the first one 2-1, then they won the second one in 2008, 4-3. Then in 2010, the rest of the world won 7-6, after the match ended 2-2 after full time. In 2012, England won their third Soccer Aid by winning 3-1. Then in 2014 the rest of the world won their second Soccer Aid, beating the England team 4-3. In 2016, the England team beat the rest of the world 3-2 to win their fourth, and in 2018 they won their fifth when they beat the rest of the world 4-3, after the match ended 3-3 in normal time. In 2019 the rest of the world team finally got their revenge on England, when they beat us 3-1 on penalties after the main match ended 2-2. And just last year the rest of the world beat us again to win their fourth Soccer Aid, and they beat us 4-3 on penalties after the main match ended 1-1. At the time of recording this podcast, the former players who have been announced so far are Wayne Rooney, Paul Scholes, Gary Neville, Jamie Redknapp, Farrah Williams and Kelly Smith for the England team, and the former players playing for the rest of the world are Roberto Carlos, Patrice Evra, Nigel de Jong, Pablo Zabaleta, Shay Given and Rivaldo. And looking at the confirmed former players for both teams so far, I think the rest of the world will win Soccer Aid again this year. When it comes to predicting the final result, I think Soccer Aid this year will end again in a draw, and I think the rest of the world will once again win a very close penalty shootout. Now before we go, we can't stress enough that this is a charity match, so if you can donate to Soccer Aid using the following websites: www.itv.com/socceraid, www.donate.socceraid.org.uk/ or www.stv.tv/socceraid. But if you can't donate, please don't worry about it. That brings to an end another episode. We will be back tomorrow to preview England's latest qualifier for the World Cup. So until then, thank you so much for listening, stay safe and enjoy Soccer Aid.
He's football crazy, he's football mad. That football had just taken away the little bit of sense he had. And it would take a dozen servants to wash his clothes and scrub, since Paul became a member of that terrible